Hello everybody and welcome back to competitive multiplayer. So we have been greeted today with quite a lot of weeds. Yes, every single field has been drilled, they're all germinated, except for the grass field of course, because that doesn't really count, it's not a combinable crop. But yeah, every single one with the exception of 13 has got weeds and they do all need to be sprayed. So we have quite a big job on our hands today with the herbicide, with the sprayer. The sprayer is down there. So it's not in the ideal location. I do want to get the boost tank for it as well. So, yes, anyway. Got to change the page now. There we go. Yeah, so 13. I must have done 13 already because it was a field that was drilled a long time ago. But even these three here need to be done. So we can't really sit around. We need to get this done. So first things first, let's get the Massey Ferguson taken over to the dealership. I'm going to put some narrow tyres on it. I'm going to buy the boost tank as well. Well, I suppose you could say, why don't you get an even bigger sprayer? I suppose we could do, but the problem with that is some of our fields are still pretty small. So no, I don't think so. I don't think it's a good idea. Like if you're in a big field, I would be like, oh, yeah, good idea. But then as soon as you get into a small field, which we do own some pretty small fields, I'm going to be like, oh, why did I do this? So no, I think what we have now is fine. I'm not going to buy two either. There's no point buying two. So we'll just persevere, although I don't think it's going to be that bad, because if we have the boost tank... In fact, no, because we have the module thing, which stops us from having to waste herbicide, I don't think we even need the boost tank, you know. I'm just going to go here for some narrow tyres. I'm gonna risk it. I think the only positive of having the boost tank would be to act as a front weight, because that's all we'd actually use it for. I don't think we'd ever actually use the herbicide which is in it. Right, I will repair that, and I will customise this to have some narrow tyres. Is there anything else we want to do? I don't think there is. Okay, yes, that's all free. Are they really narrow tyres? They don't look very narrow. Okay, so whilst I was having to think about why that wasn't reconfiguring, I went to go and get the sprayer from the field, and I've realised it's probably because I'm not signed in as an admin. I am now. It's not the first time I made that mistake. But anyway, if we put this onto narrow tyres, it should hopefully work. Hopefully. Yes, it says it's been changed this time. So, go away lag. Yeah, that's better. Look, we've actually got narrow tyres. So we should not have any crop destruction. And I could have actually used this tractor after all, because this one I think is quite capable of doing it. But yeah, we have the Massey Ferguson. Yeah, I asked Chainsaw if he had any issues with his tractors, and he said it was all fine, so that's what made me think it must be because I'm not signed in as an admin. Oh, liquid fertilizer. Yeah, we want herbicide. Actually, I think we probably do have some herbicide over at the farm. But whilst we're here, and we don't want to spend any more time faffing about, let's get an IBC of herbicide. Good. Right, well, we'll get to the field eventually. Those are my two liquid fertilizer pallets. So we do have a lot to do. Some of the fields don't even require narrow tyres because they haven't grown enough, but others, the first ones we're going to do, they really do need to have narrow tyres because they're very established. But because we have the, is it called the pulse modulation or something like that, we're not going to use much herbicide at all here. So let's get these lower fields done first of all. Well, that is all the ones over here done. Turns out I'd already done field number 8, so that's good. 6, sorry. That saved some time. Oh, I've missed a bit in field number 7. I'll get that. So the other ones, 14 is not very big, so I'll do 14, but these two, a worker can do those two. And then we've got the 3 small ones as well. So, yeah, let me just get... I don't know where it was. Where was it? There's a piece over here which I've apparently overlooked. Was it just here? Yeah, just there. Okay, so that should now look a lot better. Indeed it does. So yeah, off to those big ones. I will do 14 first, and then, yeah, get a worker to go in the other 2. And then we'll finish off with the small 3. We possibly do need to replenish the greenhouses with water as well. I can see we've got a tree in this field. Yeah, we can get that dragged into the sawmill whenever we're ready. But yeah, need to make sure those greenhouses kept going. Chickens, not so much of a concern right now because we don't have any food, but as soon as we get the food, they will need to also be fed. They're also not egg laying yet because they're very young, they're only chicks, so although yes, it seems ridiculous saying it doesn't really matter about food right now because they're not even egg laying. That's how the game works. Obviously in real life you'd have to feed them, otherwise they're never going to get to the point of egg laying, but in this game, yeah, you don't actually need to. Not feeding them will only stop egg production, it won't kill them, thankfully. I can see the odd weed in here, it's really not too bad at all. Yeah, none of the fields are that bad, this is probably the worst. Oh, 114 is not so good. Got quite a few blotches in there. So, well, hopefully the worker is going to be okay at doing this. If it's just rubbish, I'll just have to do every single field myself. Doesn't really bother me because it won't take too long. But, you know, just trying to keep the videos as entertaining as possible. But I suppose if the worker drives a tractor into a tree and flips it over and then it miraculously launches into space, well, that's probably cutting edge entertainment. So who knows? Oh, and you got to throw in a bit of lag here and there. It's all for a good recipe. Yeah, so they're still taking quite a lot of water, believe it or not. But these are also generating a significant sum of money for us too, so they are good. They're worth having. Is this going to take an entire tanker? Oh, okay, not quite, but still not bad. I think an awful lot of our money has come from these greenhouses. Wow. Made to measure. Right, I'm going to drop that there. And I'm going to go and get the other baby tanker, because that one is really the only one which can fit around the back of here to get into the mushrooms. Already full. Now I know I could just do a full lap, I could just drive through the hedge. Nothing is going to stop me. But I think it would really detract from the viewing experience if I just started driving through the hedge. Could just go straight through there. The game will let me. I think it would be much more realistic to crash into the into the polytunnel and then into the hedge. Oh dear. But there we go. That'll do for now. So, yep, this worker has managed to pretty much do this field in the time we've been doing that. It's not that fun. This is the thing about workers, they're very slow on the headlands, they're always thinking. So I need to do field number 9, I need to do these 3 as well. But then after that, we will be done. Oh no. There's 47 as well. Well, I don't know if it strictly needs to be done today. Maybe the next episode is going to be a time for us to be able to do it. I would like to get it all done today though, because it's, you know, it's one big repetitive job. If we can get it all done together, then it's out of the way and we never have to see this job again. Well, until next year. Next year is probably going to be the final year. I think we are targeting 60 episodes. So, anyway, thank you, worker. I'm going to take over because I'm just sitting here watching it, paying to watch the job that I could do. So, yes, here we go. Whew. Yeah, we can have too much time lapse, I think. This is obviously the problem of trying to do everything perfectly. I'm just trying to get the best yield possible, and to do that I've got to either just cut out all this work altogether, which would be pretty boring because there wouldn't be a video, or just time lapse it. So we're pretty much there with this. As you can see, all these fields here are done and they're looking so much better. We just have that one up there, which we will do. Yep, we'll finish off with it. Because it would be silly to leave one. But I suppose this is another reason why we should never have too much land. I think for one person doing all this, this is a lot of land that I'm trying to manage here. And I am actually succeeding with the management of it, but I don't think I could probably take on any more. Yeah, I'm not going to take on any more. It would just be too much. I suppose what we could do is we could take on a field which is already drilled and done, but the issue with that is it would still need to be re-drilled in the future. So yeah, no, I think we're done with land expansions. I think we're just going to keep increasing our bank account balance. We do need to still buy another combine. I'm going to buy another combine, and that'll be coming as soon as we are ready to harvest. So we're not going to buy it in advance, buy anything, not even by a month. We're going to get it the moment we're ready to harvest. Okay, so we're all done down here. We've got quite a drive to get up there. This is something I can jump cut. Yeah, let's cut this bit out. I'll see you over there. Still got a seed bag up here. And yeah, let's take the shortcut through the shed. Oop. Well, let's just crash into the shed, why not? Here we are. So this is it, the end of the herbicide spraying. I could have hoed some of the fields earlier on, in fact I could hoe them now, but I think probably just doing the herbicide is the best way of doing things. It's faster because it's wider, and it probably gives us a higher environmental score reward as well. And because we do have the customization on the sprayer, which gives us the very efficient spraying, it's not even expensive to do this. But I will be pleased when this is all done, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's not so bad when you do 1 or 2 fields, but when you've got to do pretty much every single field. We were lucky that 6 didn't need doing, and 13. But yeah, it looks like all chainsaws are done, all mine are done. So, yeah. Looking good. We will continue and finish 47. Actually, this field looks like it's got quite a lot of weeds. I reckon if we left this, when they established, they would look pretty bad. But that's not going to happen. So, we'll get it done, and then we'll head back to the yard. Right, I think we're going to put it in this shed. This should be absolutely fine. We won't need the roller again for a while, so we can put this in front of it. And as for any other jobs that need to be done, well, there are more planks here. Should we go and get that tree? Yeah, if I just attach this to the winch, we can get that tree out of that field, as we do have the narrow tyres on, and we'll get it pulled into the sawmill. But really, I think we're just waiting for the first fields to be ready. I actually don't know if anything's going to be ready in July. We don't really have that sort of crop. Everything is more later in the year. So, yeah. Don't know, I don't think we're going to be harvesting next time. But I can't say for sure. Right. Okay, so we saw it earlier on. It is sort of lounging around in the crop. Not ideal. It's also pretty big. If I attach to it on this side, we can pull it around. It doesn't really matter which sawmill it goes into. Ooh, I've attached to it in a fairly inefficient location. Still, maybe it'll stop it sliding quite so much. I normally use the Challenger because it's just got so much more power and traction. Although, yeah, it doesn't help that we're now on narrow tyres. But it looks like we'll be okay. Should be able to get it out of here. But whether or not we can turn that corner, yeah, that's another thing. I don't think we'll be able to. Not this corner, the other one. Because, yeah, I'm never going to get through there. Well, who knows? As long as I put it into this sawmill, we'll be okay. Oh. Is it in? It is in. Wow. Okay, well that gets rid of that. So that one is at 37. Sorry, 47. 47. And this one is at 31. So they're both doing extremely well. We now have weed-free fields. All looking good. So let's just have a quick look at the page here just to see if we should expect anything to be ready next time. Well, field 115, 13 and 6. Looks like chainsaws field number 8 and 12 will be ready next time. But, yeah, I don't think that'll be ready. And I don't think that'll be ready. All that. So no, I don't think we're going to be harvesting next time, which is really unfortunate. I could do a contract, but well, we'll put it this way: if there's nothing else to do, we'll either buy a field which has got a crop in it, and we'll harvest that, or we'll do a contract. Probably worth buying one since we do have the money. I know there was some suggestions. There was one field in particular which was suggested. I'll have to double check which one it was. But yeah, I'll have to go back into the previous video's comment section to find out which field was suggested. But I know there was one, so we'll probably do that next time. As for this episode though, we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please jump to like, subscribe. Also check out Chainsaw's video. There is a link down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.